All right, round two, opponent's mulliganing. Fertile Thicket's actually been playing really well for us, surprisingly. We're going to keep this hand because of it. Hopefully find one of our 9 swamps in the top five cards. Opponent keeps it 5 on the play. All right, possibly an ally deck of some sort. We'll find out. Oh, I got the swamp anyway. All right, well, still going to play the Fertile Thicket and use it. And missed anyway, so I guess it's irrelevant. Let's draw, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Not very likely to get late enough to find those cards. So we have higher chance of drawing land, which I think is actually okay. Possibly playing against a blue-white Flyers deck. Opponent is still not missing it on his Moldify, which is pretty impressive. Drop the drone. So, like I said, because of the Fertile Thicket, we actually have a higher % chance to draw land now since we bottomed 4 spells and 1 land. So that means we really have, we know that there are, what, in the top 26 cards of our deck, we know that there are 14 lands. So we have a higher than 50% chance to draw a land, and that only increases with each non-land draw. I guess I wouldn't mind if he attacked with the guide, since that would let me swing back with the drone. Could have Gideon's Reproach, I guess, but we'll see. Well, Familiar is a fine draw too, I guess. Alright, he's just going to let us ingest, which is also good news for us. Now he's not swinging anymore. Got our 4th land, so I guess I could just Merc Strider, a Coral Helm Guide, and bash again. Seems fine. Probably slightly more exciting than a Mindraker. It's kind of a good tempo play. Beast Caller, Savant. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it definitely strikes me as a blue-eyed flyer, but I mean, he's playing green too, so not exactly sure what for yet. 1 card left in hand. Well, we're going to Mindraker that, which is kind of sweet. So why don't we just swing with the team again. Opponent really does not have great blocks here. Take care of our opponent's last card. which was a sheer drop. All right, well, it's good news for us. Eyeless Watcher. All right. Guess at this point, well, I can play Channeler. Yeah, it's probably pretty good. I don't need to leave up Scout of the Winds. Opponent can Cliffside Lookout, but really can't profitably attack, so I think we'll just get in with Familiar and play a Channeler and pass. So now we can leave up Scatter to the Winds with Awaken. Opponent still does not have great attacks. Okay. So we can clutch our own Malachor Familiar, which is actually not that bad. So let's see. I can't 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't clutch plus replay Familiar, but I think I still want the full value on the clutch. So let's just bounce our Familiar and make one of our swamps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can still leave up Anticipate, which is actually kind of cool. Still have good blocks. So we'll anticipate here. Sky Spawner, definitely. So let's go land. Well, yeah, I think we don't need to take a turn off for Scout of the Winds. Let's put some serious threats out there at the moment. And then we can next turn leave up Scout of the Winds. Which seems a lot better, I think. This increases our clock. Ooh, Cutthroat. Let's go Cutthroat. Still get to leave up Scout of the Winds, full value, the Channeler, which is kind of cool. So I guess we can swing. He's got 2/2 blockers, so we could like double. I guess because of the Lookout, we'll just swing with our Flyers. I mean, the fact that we have Scout of the Winds up full value just seems like this is how we should play it. Smite on Channeler. I'm trying to think. I don't need Channeler to win. I think I just allow that, to be honest. It turns off my Awaken, but it drains him. It definitely puts him dead next turn. Plus, he didn't even do it at the right time. It actually, yeah, that just is. And now we have Scout of the Winds for anything he could possibly draw, like a board wipe. And he's just dead next turn to our Flyers. Even if this didn't get boosted, we could sack the Scion and get the extra life from the Cutthroat. All right. So we can beat them all to 5 blue-white Flyers. That's good. Let's see if we can do it again. Pathway Arrows. Kills Coralhelm Guide. Kills Eyeless Watcher tokens. Kills Cliffside Lookout. That's seeming decent. I think we'll bring it in again. Probably cut Guess we can cut a Grave Birthing again. Alright, let's try this. Oh, we're going to keep Fertile Thicket once again. Wow. Fertile Thicket, really one of those cards that was surprisingly good. Seemed like the least exciting of the batch of these lands, but like even if we don't find an island here, I hope we do though, yeah. Did find the island, which is good news, but even if we didn't, we were 5 cards closer to an island, which is also pretty good. So now we have turn 2 Anticipate, turn 3 Sky Spawner, turn 4 Familiar, which is not bad. Okay. Alright, so let's anticipate here, see what we want. Mindraker, Blighted Cataract, Zulaport Cutthroat. Probably the Cutthroat. Seems like the best. It's a pretty awesome card in general. Grave Birthing, not bad either. But now we have the Cutthroat Malachor Familiar synergy again, which is nice. I guess Mindraker blocks McKindy Patrol, but I don't know how important that is. I think I'd still rather have the Cutthroat. It's just one of those cards that draws out a game in a good way for you. No plays. Now it's interesting. Let's, we're going to play Familiar this turn, so I guess we just swing. My opponent did not get a good exchange for himself there. So next turn we can Cutthroat plus Grave Birthing, but Grave Birthing currently does not have any value other than drawing a card and getting a 1/1, which I guess is actual value, but I meant no processing value. I think Grave Birthing is one of those cards that looks a lot worse than it plays. I mean, ramping in black plus cantripping plus feeding processing is pretty good. All right. So my opponent gets to scry 3, draw 3, which is pretty good. But now I get to Grave Birthing for full value plus Cutthroat. Guess I probably Grave Birthing first, because is there actual 2-drop? I guess not. If I draw an island, I could Grave Birthing and then draw a scatter to the... I guess well, no, I could play it. All right. Might actually be worth it. Oh, we did draw the Scatter to the Winds. We don't have the second blue for it, though. Well, let's change that. Let's Grave Birthing. See if we draw the blue. Well, the problem is if I... No, we're actually still fine. See if we draw the blue. That'd be cool if we did. Wow, okay. So now we... All right. Well, we're not going to play Cutthroat this turn. I mean, I don't even have to scatter like a big creature because I can just Demon's Grasp it. On to Rising. So my opponent would gain 6. Then I could Demon's Grasp, dump one of his lands, swing back for 6, or I could scatter to the winds this now. And it's interesting. It's an interesting choice. I think I scatter. This way I can Demon's Grasp his patrol, unless he attacks, of course, but alright, doesn't attack. Guess I don't have to Demon's Grasp the patrol, though. No, I guess not. Let's just Cutthroat. Swing with these two. Culling Drone, pass. I mean, I feel like we're in pretty good shape now. Can kill a lot of things with Demon's Grasp, but my opponent's at 7 mana, which is a lot of mana. Alright. That is a thing. But we still have our Cutthroat. Pathway Arrows. So I guess I can... Let's see. Play Pathway Arrows, equip, use, and I don't have enough to Demon's Grasp. Well, that's fine. Let's play Pathway Arrows. I guess I should have... Well, that's okay. Yeah, that's actually fine. Alright. So I guess we'll swing with Sky Spawner and Culling Drone. Trade a Culling Drone for either of these guys. Drain our opponent. Equip. Make sure I use the right one. Kill that. Pass. Could deal 1 damage to it. Let's see. Take my opponent to 4. Equip. Take my opponent to 3. I could take him to 1. Actually, I think I can... I guess I can't kill my opponent that way, but that's okay. I can start draining my opponent. Okay. Tangler. I guess we'll Demon's Grasp that. Don't really have to, though. We can save the Grasp, actually, I guess. I don't have any landfall or anything, right? Guess not. So I guess we pass. I'm just saving Demon's Grasp for a more crazy dude than Quarantangler. I mean, I guess it might be worth it to just grasp the Entangler, but... am I supposed to ping my own sky spawner? Guess I can. Start draining my opponent again. But I don't think it's worth it just yet. Alright, let's just grasp the Entangler. Guess we'll play the Thicket. So, unfortunately, this one did not pan out best for us. So, I mean, I can start pinging off my own dude. I just kind of was hoping to use him as a chump blocker, but my opponent could find a way to deal with Zulaport Cutthroat, like Stasis Snare or something. Maybe something else, I'm not sure. Alright. Is opponent ready to attack yet? No. Still don't really want to ping Sky Spawner. There we go. Let's do that. So let's see. We'll play around like Gideon's Reproach or something. So let's just swing with the, because I mean I could swing with these three, but if I and it's lethal because if he blocks one of them, he would take 4. But it feels worth it to just play around. Like I'm just not in any like now I just win. Now I just win. All right. Instant speed gain life might exist. I'm not aware of it. All right, the guy had messaged me like good games and like a jerk because I absolutely detest how the messaging system works. It straight up just does not tell me now when people send me messages. So like if you've messaged me and I haven't answered you, it's because I honestly had no idea that you messaged me. So the guy was waiting for me to respond for like 4 minutes and I'm like, did he get lit? Did he like get mad and disconnect? And then I finally check the messages and I see he's written like 4 things to me. So I have no idea why it's, you basically have to assume that everybody's talking to you if just or always have that window up somewhere. But I feel like there's already not enough screen space. I mean, I could put it up on the right, but it's just so ugly. I don't know. So yeah, he eventually heard me respond to him. And all right, let's go on to round 3.